अफगानिस्तान के हालात पूरी दुनिया के लिए चिंता और फिक्र का सबब बने हुए हैं। आखिर अफगानिस्तान किस तरफ जा रहा है? तालिबान सत्ता में तो आ गया, लेकिन वो क्या अफगानिस्तान को संभाल पाएगा? अफगानिस्तान की सूरत हाल क्या होंगे? क्यों आखिर इतने लोग अफगानिस्तान को छोड़कर जा रहे हैं? तालिबान अगर कह रहा है कि वो बदल गया है, तो क्या वाकई में ये असलियत जमीन पर नजर आ पाएगी? इन तमाम सवालों पर पूरी दुनिया की नजर है। आज एबीपी न्यूज पर हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए हैं मुल्ला अब्दुल सलाम ज़ईफ, जो तालिबान के फाउंडिंग मेंबर रहे हैं और पाकिस्तान में तालिबान की पिछली सरकार के दौरान एम्बेसडर रहे। Welcome to ABP News, Mullah Abdul Salam Zaif.
Thank you.
My first question to you is, you have been a founding member of Taliban. You have been ambassador of Taliban in Pakistan during the previous regime of Taliban. Why people are so scared? Why people of Afghanistan are fleeing away? Why we see so much of crowd? If Taliban are their own people, why there is so much of trust deficit for Taliban in people of Afghanistan? And if people of Afghanistan are not trusting Taliban, how can the world can trust Taliban?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Please let me explain the situation before that coming to the people's here. I think capturing of all Afghanistan by 2 weeks, that's showing to the world community, showing to the people, showing to anyone that the Taliban, they have a huge support of nation. With no support of nation, with no support of people, it's not possible to capture one province. This is one. The second is the issue of airport, Kabul airport. The Kabul airport issue is not the scare of. This is two kind of people they want to play. One kind of people which the people was prepared that in the American, they were promised with them, they give the visa which was working with American. Some people, they were working as an interpreter. Some people, they were working in other position with American, especially with military people. These people, they are scared from the situation. They are scared from the Taliban. And the Taliban, they call the common amnesty to all the people, to all, including this interpreter. I am a witness with that when the American, they decided to withdraw these people from Afghanistan. The Taliban delegation came and sat with the American, and they told them that why you are withdrawing some Afghans from Afghanistan. If you are scared about their security problem, we are ready to give any kind of security, that their life will be not danger and they will be not killed, they will be not captured, and we will help them. We want them to stay in Afghanistan to work for the future of Afghanistan. This is one. But still, these people, they would like to go to America or Australia or Canada for their good life. One thing is that's opportunity for them. Secondly, the Taliban forgive them what they did before, what they did with the people of Afghanistan, what they were with the cooperation. They are not able to forgive themselves. They are not believing in this thing. This is one. Secondly, it's a big conspiracy in Kabul right now. The Americans, they declare to the people that they are wrong the people. The first time this was 2,000 people. Right now, they're calling to anyone. And there is some agent working inside. They are encouraging the people that this is a good opportunity without money, without passport to America. I think this is something conspiracy. They want to encourage the people to come to the airport and to make a rush. That to the media, to the world, that the Taliban, the people, they are not happy with them. They are scaring from them, and they are playing from the Taliban. But this is some conspiracy. They want to ignore what the American did, what the shame came to American, what they were defeating in Afghanistan, what a system they built. It was. I think this is something happening, but you know that before the Taliban, the people, they went from Turkey, they went to Tajikistan, they went to India for asylum to ask from the United Nations to go abroad. But some people was in dangerous situation. They went there. They were spending money. They were dangerous lives. They were in the risk. They wanted to go. Right now, in Kabul, this opportunity has come without no money, no dangerous, no passport, no visa. They can go to America. That's a big rumor. Is in the city, the people they are coming. This is not the scare of the people. This is not the scare of the Taliban. Not from scare, just for opportunity. The behind of that is America.
So you mean to say that people are running away, people are fleeing away just because they want to be in a Western country? They are looking for opportunity for the economic migration. But sir, what stories we are listening from the people of Afghanistan? They are horrified, they are terrified. The previous regime in which you were also part of Taliban government, people had memories about that regime. People are very worried about. People are worried about their women, their kids, their future. Why Taliban is not being able to convince people that they are there for their safety?
I think the Taliban, this is not something, when you would be not able to be convinced, you want to do something, this is not possible to be convinced by Taliban. The Taliban delegation I saw, they went to the airport and they gathered there. And they told them, what is your problem? What do you want? Why you are fleeing from Afghanistan? Why you are not going to Afghanistan from a legal way? This is not good for the people of Afghanistan. Don't do it. If you need any kind of cooperation from the Taliban, we are ready to cooperate. If you need security, we will give it. If you need any kind of guarantee, we will give that. This is not the matter. I'll tell you one thing. The Taliban, that's something not close. The Taliban whole country. There is no witness they killed 20 people. And this the huge victory. They forgive all the opposition, all the people, even the criminal people. Now they're in their country. They can do. And they are inviting to be participating in the political process. And the women, they're starting education. This, I know there were a lot, some kind of picture about Taliban in the past, but right now there is no problem. The Taliban, they want people, they don't want to and other people. They are helping with Afghanistan. They're not. No one is captured. No one, but still the propaganda against them. I think when they are deciding to go abroad, they're not able to stop. But they can stop them by force, but they are not doing force against them. I think that's for convenience of the people. They went and they spoke to them, and they applied to them a kind of cooperation guarantee. But then they
So you mean to say that it's a facade which has been created? This is what you want to say. But my question is that Taliban, rightly, if they are saying that they have changed, they are not the Taliban of late 1990s or 2000. They are the changed Taliban. They are the different Taliban. But what we see on the ground, Mullah Zaif, is that people have there are videos, there are photographs of people being beaten up, there are videos of hunting down, there are videos of which are all coming from Afghanistan. So this is only the reflection of what is happening on the ground. My question is that if the Taliban leadership is aware about these things, why aren't they doing anything on ground, asking their fighters, their own people, not to do anything which could tarnish their own image or their political objective?
I will tell you one thing. I'm following the media from inside, outside. I didn't heard anything from my side. This is not something from inside. The people, they are witness, they are the situation, they are with the Taliban. Media is free right now. They can go anywhere, they can sit with them, they can interview. But I didn't see any objection of the media inside Afghanistan. But from outside, I'm seeing that from outside. That's the more witness the reality is from inside, not from outside. If we are looking to the outside, for example, I'm here as a person of Afghanistan. I say that I'm okay, I'm happy. But you said, no, you are not happy. That's a problem to you. That's not justice. The people of Afghanistan, they are happy with the situation, except some people which they are thinking we are criminal. They are thinking, yeah, really they are criminal. When some people, they are working with the cooperation, the occupation. They are helping with the occupation. They are going to form a brother to kill them in front of their eyes by stranger. This is crime. They did. And right now they are thinking this crime we did in the past is not possible to be forgiven. But the Taliban forgive. I think this is some other question, but the mostly following the media right now, and inside of Afghanistan, the situation is normal. There is no dangerous thing. The people, they are happy. They are busy with the trade, with the working, traveling, hopping, making parties, and that's the situation. But from outside, as the coverage is wrong in propaganda against Taliban, just they are using the airport. But the airport situation is not made by Taliban. This is made by America. Why they are withdrawing people? No procedure. Just some people, they are coming. There's something dangerous, and they are coming from Taliban side. If the Taliban want to kill him or capture him, they cannot able to come to the airport. Outside control is with the Taliban, but Taliban, they are just not okay for our culture, and this is shame our culture. What is your problem? What we can do with you? But they are going to the airport. That's dangerous. That's not something terrible. One person will not come to the airport. Taliban can stop them, but still, Taliban, they have a sympathy with them. They send a delegation and they encourage the people. They are not stopping them also from one, because the Taliban also thinking this is a conspiracy. If we stop the people, this will be the other thing started. But I'm not the Taliban. I'm outside, but my people and Kabul, outside, inside provinces, and they are thinking this is the good opportunity for the people during 42 years. This is the first opportunity to the people that we are feeling the peace is coming.
Mullah Zaif, Taliban has not formed the government as yet. How soon we can see a government? Will there be an all-inclusive government, as it has been said by the spokesperson of the Taliban? And especially people in India have concerns because India has a centuries-old relationship with Afghanistan. India has heavily invested in people-oriented projects in Afghanistan. So certainly people in India are also worried about their future ties with Afghanistan, especially under the Taliban rule, because nobody knows. And there are, I don't know if there are actually talks between Taliban leadership and the Indian leadership. So, what do we see that the future of governance in Afghanistan, and more so the India-Afghanistan relation?
From Taliban side, from India side, what is the policy of Taliban for the future? Good relationship with our neighbor, including India, and good diplomatic relationship with them based on bilateral, encouraging them to come to diplomatic relationship with them and to continue their project. No problem. If there is any problem, any ambiguity, it will be resolved by negotiation, by diplomatic way, and the Taliban, they are ready for cooperation. Secondly, the second part, yeah, that you can ask them, what is their problem? The Taliban, they are to resolve all the problems. They are welcome to come and to start like they were before, even more safely than before, more safely than before, and more.
The biggest worry, Mullah Zaif, the biggest worry is that the previous government of Taliban hosted Osama bin Laden. There were various Al Qaeda, there were various terrorist groups who were active in Afghanistan during the previous regime. The world is worried. How can you assure, as the Taliban leadership has already said, that they will not let any terrorist group or use the Afghan soil for any other country? But how will they assure and ensure that this would happen?
The Taliban want to do government in the future. They want to stable Afghanistan for the future. They want a good relationship with the world community and by bilateral way. They want the encouraging the world community to do investment for the future of Afghanistan. Based on these policies of Taliban, the Taliban Afghanistan will be not used against anyone. Afghanistan will be just for the people of Afghanistan. Nobody will be except Afghans stay in Afghanistan. That's happened, that they signed the agreement with America and they gave an insurance to the world community. I think India is part of that, the world community. I think this kind of thing is possible to be resolved through negotiation. It's possible. India India from good Afghanistan. The Afghanistan will say welcome to them, have a good relationship. They will be not use any kind of influence of other country against the India. Afghanistan will be independent, neutral, with all that. If there is rumor they are supporting Pakistan, India, we will not do it. Nation will not allow that. Based our policy is on based on bilateral respect, diplomatic relations. But I think they are thinking about that. I know they're starting conversation and they're starting research on that, and soon it will be inshallah okay.
So you can ensure, you can say, though you are not part of the Taliban leadership right now, but you know that organization very well. You are part of the Doha process. Moscow also you went. So can you assure that the people of India, the experts of India, the professionals of India, who have been helping people of Afghanistan, can come back and work again safely in Taliban-led Afghanistan?
As the Afghan, Abdul Salam Zaif, as an expert about the issue of Afghanistan, as a previous member of Taliban, I'm sure that the Taliban will give any kind of guarantee to the people of India that they will be our friend, they can stay in Afghanistan, they can do work, and they will be safe in Afghanistan. And that no will be against them. But one thing is important, really, this is very important. Afghanistan was a land of competition between some countries, other. And they were using the soil of Afghanistan against some people politically, some people militarily, some country by occupation. That will not happen. And Afghanistan only in the next they should have a diplomatic relationship based on bilateral respect with other countries. No space for military. No space to use the territory of Afghanistan. The policy, India is the part of this policy.
The general impression, Mullah Zaif, the general impression is that this Taliban regime, this Taliban leadership, who has been indebted to Pakistan because they hosted the Quetta Shura, Peshawar Shura, and the other leadership councils of Taliban. So, can you say that this Taliban regime will not be dependent on Pakistan and will not work as a puppet government of Pakistan? Because this is the general worry, even in the people in India and other countries and other experts also feel so that this Taliban leadership will be heavily dependent on Pakistan.
One thing I can say, I was surrendered by Pakistanis to America. The authority of the Taliban were captured and put it in the jail. But they didn't convince them to do what they want. Yes, when the war community came to Afghanistan, the Americans, they invaded Afghanistan, where the Taliban should do, where they should go. There was no way except that to do it. This was something in the time, this was necessary to be, but never the Taliban did something to be dangerous to the independence of Afghanistan. They didn't accept any idea to be dangerous for the people of Afghanistan to the sovereignty of the country. That's important. The sovereignty of Afghanistan, this is very important, very respected to anyone, any Talib. They cannot able to change their mind by some situation. The people of Afghanistan want Afghanistan to be independent, not used by anything. The people, they show, the Taliban, they show to the war community that Afghanistan have to be independent. Even the American, by their force, by their economic power, by their military power, by their political power, they want to stay in Afghanistan by a little condition, and they will do anything with the Taliban. They are not accepting them. No, you have to wait completely. When they are not allowing Americans to stay in Afghanistan, how is it possible to give opportunity to Pakistan to be?
So you have been ambassador of Afghanistan to Pakistan. Will there have been negotiations between Afghanistan and Pakistan to accept Durand Line as the border? Will Afghanistan, will the Taliban accept this thing, or they will want to have, there cannot be, these are the non-negotiable things?
One thing I will tell you. Since 42 years after the invasion of Russia in Afghanistan, we have no government to decide about these kind of big issues in Afghanistan, like Durand lines. The Taliban, they were not giving the right to themselves, even during the Taliban period, to discuss this issue. This issue was requested by Pakistan so many times, but we were ignoring that. We are not able to discuss this issue. Even right now, even during Ashraf Ghani time, when he was doing something by the Durand Line, and I convey that message to Ashraf Ghani, you are not the real representative of the people of Afghanistan. Don't do that. That's not acceptable by the nation of Afghanistan. Still, we don't have a government to decide about these big issues like that. I think this needs a time until the really national government is the real representative of the people of Afghanistan. Then they can decide what to do.
Last question, Mullah Zaif, that there have been talks about the resistance force, Amrullah Saleh, Ahmad Masood, Panjshir Valley. It is becoming a rallying point. Many people have gathered. We know the reports about the Taliban encircling the Panjshir Valley. On one side, you talk about the peaceful negotiation. On one side, you talk about resolving the issue. On the other side, there are the brutal force winning that area with the bullet and the guns. So where do you see the midpoint? Where do you see the point of consensus?
I will tell you one thing. When the Taliban to the Kabul and they captured a lot of area, they didn't go to the Panjshir. And in Kabul, they declared that the war finished. We don't want to continue war. But we are encouraging the people, politicians, others to come to the political process, including Panjshir people, including the Masood and others. By my information, they sent a delegation from Islamic scholars to Panjshir to talk to them. We don't want to fight with you. We don't want to bring you by force. We don't want to capture the Panjshir. But come, what do you want? This is the time we stop the war. It's the time to come to the political process, and your voice will be acceptable, and we are sitting with them. But they didn't accept it. Secondly, I think the second delegation went. and from the Panjshir ulama sit with them. But the condition which they were thinking this was something was not acceptable by Taliban because of the independence of Afghanistan to be in the sovereignty of Afghanistan. This is important. In this starting some operation, they went to the Baghlan area and they captured 2 other districts. And I think that the Taliban were not able to wait when they are coming. And that's why the reason they come back and they captured these 2 2 districts back from them. And now they are surrendering, then the starting. Still, the Taliban don't want to attack. There is people among them, and to convince them to come, your life will be not dangerous. You will be participating in the political process, and that's we don't want to fight. That's the situation right now. And they are very smooth with them. All the member, commander, no one is captured. No one gets revenge from them. And they are respectful staying in Afghanistan. One thing I can say, right now they will be not successful because I will tell you something. The people of Afghanistan, they have a good relationship with each other. They knowing better than before. There is communication among the people. And the reality will be reality. Nobody will support fighting or something to be illegal. This is one. Secondly, the atmosphere from the war community is in the neighbor. This is not prepared to support the fighter people in Afghanistan. And the third, I think the third thing which is very important for the war community, this is almost the consensus of the war community to be stable Afghanistan is good for all, especially for the neighbor. And they are looking to the future of Afghanistan by stable Afghanistan, not by destabilized Afghanistan. I think this is a good opportunity for the Masood and his followers to take advantage from this situation. If they are not taking advantage from this situation, nobody will be supported. I think this is important. But the Taliban give an opportunity, they will give more opportunities, and they stop. They don't want to kill them or to capture them by force. But remaining in this.
Will Taliban give amnesty to Taliban give amnesty to Amrullah Saleh also?
The Taliban, which I heard, the amnesty was not excluded. It was not excluded. This was the common amnesty that belonged to him. Is getting advantage from that or not?
A very last question, Mullah Zaif. That you speak. Yeah, you speak about the Taliban, which want progress of Afghanistan, including Afghanistan, a prosperous Afghanistan, But the thing which are on the ground are certainly not corroborating the claims what you are saying or Zabiullah is saying or Suhail Shaheen says. So will the leadership of Taliban stand up and give that instruction to their fighters not to go for the execution, house hunting, that kind of thing, which all the common people of Afghanistan are responding? Because once that happens, then only the word of trust would prevail over these claims.
I think that something is not possible to be settled in 1 week or 2 weeks. There is a lot of problem was before that. If you're resolving all the problem in 2 weeks, in 1 week, I think this will be not possible. I am expecting to be resolved, but not in 1-2 days, in 1-2 weeks. This will be because, but almost, which I'm thinking as an Afghan, when I'm looking to the situation, I was not expecting this will be happening in this little period, but it happened. Anyway, the Taliban they are repeatedly calling to the people to be care about the people not go to the home of the people, to not do anything wrong against the people, to not enter to the people, to not give in any kind of problem to your opposition. Repeatedly, and also they release the number of the telephone. If something was happening, they can call to the number, and the responsible people will come. Problem. But anyway, this is a big city. If you go to the Kabul, this is still when millions of people they are staying there. It's big cities. The Taliban came to the city without program, because the plan was the Taliban come to the Kabul to stop in the door of Kabul, not enter into the Kabul. They will come to the Kabul by agreement. But what happened when the Ashraf, when he escaped, and the of military in the security peace was raised. This was suddenly show the Taliban emergency come to the Kabul without plan. That's the problem. But I'm sure that the people they are giving a report from inside that today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be inshallah better than today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mullah Zaif. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and your time.
ABP News आपको रखे आगे।